Vision.
Alright, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sanusi Vision Art Life. My name is Adewale Agboke Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. Today, I'm going to talk about Artway. I'm going to talk about the business of art, LLC, trademark, copywriting, stuff like that. But before we get into this podcast, we want to thank our sponsors to pay some of these bills. This Sanusi Vision podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting. Going good business anywhere and everywhere. At A4 Capital Consulting, take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. As I stated before, A4 Capital Consultants come out with a new podcast soon, so check it out. Get ready to look for it. Marketing strategies, growing your business strategies, LLC. Some of the stuff I'm going to talk about today, where you're going to get an expert, the president, who's going to have that podcast of A4 Capital Consulting, Adetayo Agboke. He's amazing at what he does. So this is why you see Sanusi Vision where it is today. So get ready for that podcast. It is going to be awesome fire. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadale Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadale Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadaleCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadaleCenter.com for details, y'all. As I stated before, Anadale Center is responsible for my custom orthotics. These shoes always go into every pair of batas that I wear because, as you know, I have my own footwear line now. So AnadaleCenter.com, y'all. Custom orthotics, not the generic brand. It's tailored to your feet, designed to your feet. So give you that comfort, no more pain. So check them out. Dr. Nero Nisode, who's the owner, chief engineer, chief doctor, chief everything over there. It's going to get you right. Check out your feet, give you the diagnosis, and let you know what's going to be best for your feet. So AnadaleCenter.com for details, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get into this podcast. As I stated before, today's podcast, I'm calling it Artway. Really, I want to talk about running a successful art business because it's very difficult. A lot of us out there are entrepreneurs as artists, and some of us are entrepreneurs at the same time too, having regular day jobs. And I've done that. Establishing I'm going to talk about some things: LLCs, trademarks, copywriting, having your business online because that's the future now. It's part of the future now. Everybody likes everything online. Then, of course, social media, how you can use that to grow your business. First things first, I want to talk about LLCs. If you're a business, you're our business, and you know the name, and you know the name of what your business is going to be, you might as well just go ahead and register as an LLC. Like, for example, Sanusi Vision, mine is registered as an LLC, limited liability company, which is what LLC stands for. A lot of us as artists, we don't know these little intricacies, and that is kind of like a lot of us are too focused on the art side of the business, the creation of the business, or the creation of art itself. Whereas I like to be dual threat, where I understand the business, every intricacy of it. You know what I mean? From the LLC, so LLCs, you register in it, depending on what state you live in, you can register your LLC. Like I'm registered as an LLC. And of course, every year you got to file your taxes for your company, which is an LLC. So, you gotta LLC allows you to be a registered company, allows you to be an established company, allows you to get certain, I don't want to call them discounts, but kind of discounts when you file your taxes. You get to say you're a company. You're going to get an EIN number, which is your employee identification number as a business. So that way when you file your taxes, or when you're trying to do certain things, your EIN number can get you in that category. So LLC is very important to establish your business. Second thing is trademark. Now there's different types of trademark, right? You've got name trademark, you got image trademark, you've got TV show trademarks, you got different types of trademarks. So like for example, Sanusi Vision is a trademark, Cardiac Assassins is a trademark, Asha is a trademark, Batas is a trademark, Asha is a trademark. So everything I do, I've trademarked it. And it took me quite some time to be able to get the trademarks, let alone just saving the money, because it's quite expensive. A lot of people don't trademark a lot of stuff they do is because they can't afford it, which makes a lot of sense, right? So let's, for example, let's bust out this poster so get an excuse to show y'all some art. But Cardiac Assassins, right? Let's look at this poster. Cardiac Assassins, the name is not trademarked. So I have that R next to my name, the name, just like how McDonald's has the R next to their name, right? You can see the drawings, the images, everything here is trademarked. It's important to trademark what you create, right? So, each one of these characters, they're all copyrighted trademarks. You know what I mean? They're all copyrighted trademarks, which is I'm just going through little skits, but letting y'all see it. It's important to protect what you create, right? That's what trademark does for you. Asho, Batas, my clothing line, my footwear, company name, and Cardiac Assassins. And then there's categories of those trademarks, right? Like, what are you going to be doing with them? Whether you're doing books, comics, clothing, animation, whatever. But you have to decide how many categories you want that trademark to be in. Because when you go to the federal office, federal government, and you apply for a trademark, they're going to ask you what things are you going to be working on. So if you come up with a name, you have to decide what it's all going to be doing. So with Cardiff Assassins, you got like subcategories of trademarks. You gotta have like how many things is it gonna be in? So animation, footwear, clothing, footwear. Excuse me, I said footwear already. Apparel, comics, books, graphic novels, all these different things. Asha, same thing with my clothing line name. You gotta have what kind of clothing line. It's gonna ask you specific details. What kind of clothes you're selling? Jackets. Like for example, this Blade T-shirt, copyrighted, trademarked. This bomber jacket, copyrighted, trademarked. So everything is copyrighted, trademarked. They're gonna ask you so many things, and a lot of artists, we don't really get that part of the business, and that's the part that really shocks me a lot when I'm having conversations with people. They're like, I'm talking about trademarks. They're like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. So me, I made it a point to make it an emphasis that if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it all the way and know everything I need to know about the business. Because when you trademark what you create, you're protecting the name. So now people can't just go take your name and go start a TV show with it. You can sue them. Like me, I can sue them. You can't touch any of the names I've got. If you do, you must be looking for me to lighten your pockets, because I will lighten your pockets. I got no problem taking your butt to court and getting my money. You know, because I'm working hard for what I paid. It took so many years to have the money for the trademark. It took me 10 years to save up to have the money for the trademarks because it's so expensive. One class alone is like $1,200 most of the time. You know, so if you're taking you got the name register, right? That's one amount you got to pay. Then you got the classes it's got to be in. How many classes do you want the trademark to be in? If you got 3, 4, 5 classes for that one particular name, or you paying some money. Stuff ain't cheap, man. So trademarks is important. Next up, copywriting. And copywriting is different from trademark. They're completely two different things. Copywriting is you copywriting. For example, I'm gonna bust out. Let me use another set of images. You know, copywriting your drawings. Like for example, whatever I draw, I copyright it. There's nothing on our website. All these drawings you're seeing, Blade, Iron Man, there's nothing on one of these drawings that isn't copyrighted. I copyright everything. As soon as I draw something, especially being original creations, even though y'all know these character names, but I drew these designs. These are my creations, my design styles, right? So, you know what I mean? So if companies want to buy it, they can come buy it. But you can't just go use my drawing and then go be selling it. You asking to get sued. You know what I mean? So copywriting is important. I can't stress that enough. You know what I mean? It's got to be like everything I do, I copyright it. You know what I mean? You got to copyright what you create. It's important that you copyright what you create because you don't ever want to put anything on the web. I don't care if it's TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, yada yada yada. They don't offer you no protection for what you put on it. So whatever you're gonna put online, it's gotta be copyrighted. Like there's nothing I put online that I haven't copyrighted or protected it. I'm always stressing that important to anybody, even to my clients that I do artwork for. If I draw something for them, I said, don't put this on the web till you copyright it, till you get that certificate, right? Because when you get that certificate, you know, it takes, to get a copyright documentation usually takes a year. Same thing with the trademark, especially during the pandemic. The federal government was backed up, man. So I did my trademark. It took me literally an entire year to get the trademark. To get the trademark for all the names that I applied for. And even when you apply for a trademark, going back to trademark right quick, it's not a guarantee you're going to get the trademark. Trademarks are not guaranteed. Just because you spend the money, don't mean you're going to guarantee. So it's critical that you search that name real good, well, and so that way you don't get to the trademark office and they're like, oh, we're not approving your trademark. Because it's going to happen. I had one of my trademarks I applied for. I'm not going to say the name, but it didn't get approved. Because just because of a simple little part. You know what I mean? It's crazy that one simple little part, even though I'm doing something different completely from what other people are doing, I still didn't get approved, which is okay. So it's important that I copyrighted that name. You got to copyright and also trademark. But copywriting is a whole different category. It applies to images, names, videos, animation. So I've copyrighted Cards of Assassin animation, the characters, everything the Cards of Assassin is. Any drawing you see on this banner right here is copyrighted because it's my drawing. I created them. Yeah, you know who Wonder Woman is. Yeah, you know who Mega Man is, Turtles. But you didn't. But my drawing style is completely different from everybody else's, right? Because that's my signature. So I copyright the images. You have to copyright everything you put online. It is too important of a factor in what you do for you not to copyright it. It's real important. And so LLCs, trademarks, and copywriting is real important in terms of the business side. Now, where are you going to put your business? Online. These days, everybody can't afford a brick and mortar. You can't afford to have a shop location. You can't afford to be paying rent, $1,000, $1,200, $2,100, $3,000, $5,000, whatever, or be a location in the mall. Now the game is online because why? Everybody's always looking at their phone. Always looking at their phone. So what you need to do, you need to have an online presence. And these days, what's good about being online is that you can connect those online presences to your social media platforms, right? Which I'm going to get to eventually later. Your online store, wherever it's at, whatever you go decide to call it, whether just like me, you got sanusi.com, asha.com, ashashop.com, batas.com, you know what I'm saying, carjobassassins.com, all those domain names, I make an emphasis to stay on top of them, having your online store. Your online store is important. Everything you want to sell needs to be an online store. I used to be a guy who used to go to as many comic expos as I could go to. And as I kept on going, I realized that I'm outgrowing the comic expos. What am I going to do in between the times when I am not going to make comic expos? How am I going to make money? Well, my online store is where it's at. Every day now, so when you have an online store, you have the categories. Like mine, I have shop and buy. You have animation. You have art gallery. You have my podcast on there. Your online store has to encapsulate everything that you do, right? So that when your fans or your clients or your customers go on there, they can go on there and see everything that you do. Like, for example, me, I post from these social media platforms offer some online shoppings that have like markets. Like, for example, Facebook has market. You can put your stuff that you want to sell on Facebook. And even if, let's say you post something on there, if they're not satisfied with what you have on the Facebook page, they can visit your website because you've put your website on there. It's important to have your website. Like, everybody can't travel to, if you live in Los Angeles, you can't go all the way to New York to go buy something, or vice versa. Or if you live in Texas, you can't go all the way to Georgia just to go look for something to buy something. No, you have to have an online presence because people need to know what you're selling. That way they can decide right there and then. You can right then and then. Everything you do should be on your online store. Like, you put your products, you put descriptions of the products, you put your how long it takes, shipping, all that kind of stuff, because your online store is the new game. It's just where it's at, period. There's no dancing around it. A lot of people try to dance around it, but you can't dance around that. Having an online store is too vital for the success of your business. Like me, everything I do is online now. Like, I don't need to go to many comic expos anymore. Last one I went to was last year. I could decide to go to a show this year. I haven't decided yet. I don't really need to go to comic expos anymore because not only that, I'm paying you to let me make money. Why should I pay a comic expo money to let me make money when I can just have people directly go to my online store and get everything that I sell, from my bomber jackets that you can see right here, to the Blade t-shirt, to the sweatpants that I got on, these all-star pants. You can see, yeah, that's Iron Man right there. You know what I'm saying? That's Leonardo right there. You got Blade right there. So, you know, everything I sell is online. Like, you can't, there's no dancing around it. Like, I'm always doing what I need to do. Like, I don't have to like do anything other than post my promo video on whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Facebook Reels, which are the main primary three, Instagram, Twitter. And then from there, people just see my stuff. And then they go to my online store. And I always put like my discounts that I'm having that month with the videos that I make on these social media platforms, which is the next spot I'm going to talk about. You have to have an online store. There's no dancing around it anymore. Somebody in France can buy stuff from me. Canada. You know what I'm saying? Just because everything is online. Online is convenience. We're all about convenience, and so I make a little point to make it convenience. Then I tell people exactly what my product's about. They're luxury brand, they're custom designed, it's not generic. There's no, oh, you order and it's waiting and I ship it to you. No. Once you order it, we design it. We do everything from scratch. So everything is super custom. So the beanie that I got on is custom. The bomber jacket is custom. The sweatpants is custom. The t-shirt is custom. Everything is custom. There's no waiting there and then you make it. This marble velvet jacket right here is custom. Like, nothing I do, as you can see, it's custom. You're not going to see anything like this anywhere. It's just custom. So that's my online presence. My posters, from the footwear to the art to the accessories. And when I say accessories, I'm talking about glasses cases, phone cases, travel neck pillows, travel suitcases, anything I'm selling, beanies. Those got so many things going. So, you know, online presence. Last but not least, social media. You can dance around it all you want, but there's no getting around it. You need social media. Whether it's, you got to find what social media also works for you too. And maybe all of them work for you, but you need social media. I know social media has been instrumental in my growth. Like me understanding how to create an algorithm that makes people to go to my website. Whether it's I'm doing my Facebook Reels, or my YouTube channel, or my TikTok page, or my Instagram account, or my Twitter. They all work. Some work better than others. Like my favorite two are my YouTube channel and my Facebook Reels. Then my third place is TikTok, right? Like, you know, like on my TikTok we have over 6 million views. On my YouTube channel we're past 1.2 million views. On my Facebook Reels, it's ridiculous, but we just surpassed 600,000 views. And you gotta post these things every single day, right? Your social media channel is an account. And when I the total of my all my social media platforms together, it's insane. The numbers are astronomical. And I see them because I see people visiting my website. And then those two people interact with you through the various platforms you're using, social media platforms. They might ask questions like, how much is a bomber jacket? How much is a beanie? How long does it take to get a bomber jacket? How long does it take to get a poster? How much is a poster? Why should I go buy a bio book, Cardiac Assassin's bio book? So I'm talking about one of these right here, which I'm going to talk about later. How much should I go buy a Cardiac Assassin's bio book? I can't tell you how people have reached out to me on Instagram wanting to know how much this was. And I tell them, that's how the price is $50. Go get one. You know what I mean? $50 right now. The price might change later. Then I also tell them if I have any sales going on, I tell them to use coupon code whatever. Like this month, coupon code March Madness is what we got going this month. For anybody who wants to buy anything from an online store, March Madness for the entire month of March, 20% off all orders. So things like this are available because you have a social media platforms and a way to promote it. Back in the day, man, you'd have to spend all kinds of money, radio ads, billboards, kiosks in malls, just to get your product out. Now you got social media. If you get enough of a following, you get enough of a build, regular people and celebrities can find you. I've had celebrities hit likes on my products, which always makes me feel good, even though they're not my main target. But if you have a celebrity liking your stuff, that's awesome. I've had companies, I have more following than bigger companies that you know of, just because I'm better at what I'm doing. And the main thing with social media is creating an algorithm. You got to create an algorithm. Once you create an algorithm, right, you're able to people can follow hashtag SanusiVision, hashtag SanusiVisionShop.com, hashtag Asho, hashtag Batas, hashtag Cardiac Assassins, hashtag whatever I'm doing that has anything to do with my companies. Because your art is your business. You just got to figure out how to make it be a business so you can earn income. And yes, there's a lot of us artists who have our own art as a business, but we also have day jobs because we're waiting for our art to get big and blow up and give us an opportunity to no longer be working for anybody. It's real difficult. So any artist out there, if you're avoiding art, social media, you're really losing out. You need to figure out a way to get your social media platform going because it's going to benefit everything you're doing. You know what I mean? So let's recap on everything we talked about today. LLCs, register your company as a business. Trademarks, protecting the names of what you create. Whatever name you create for your company, go protect that name. Copywriting, images, the names of your company, images, the design, all that stuff got to be copyrighted. Don't put nothing up on the social media or anywhere on your website until you copyright it. And then having an online store. You have to have a website. There's no dancing around it because the first thing people are going to ask you is, if it ain't a QR code they're asking you for, which is the future of online now, so people just point phones at each other, and next thing you know, they got the QR code and visiting your website. You have to have a website. It is too important for you not to have a website. You have to have a website. Too important. And then last but not least, social media. It is just part of the future. You got to use social media for what you want it for, not for what everybody else is doing on there. I'm not on there to meet people. I'm on there to promote my brand, my business. All my videos, they all got to do with something that I'm selling. Whether it's my bomber jacket, beanies, phone cases, you know what I mean? Everything is about my business. My growth has been based on what I do, not just maybe based on putting up random videos. And people put up whatever videos they want, but me, I want my channel, my page to grow based on what I do, my products, what I do, my brand. My brand is my art. My brand is my product, and everything I put my art on, from bomber jackets to sweatpants to leggings to footwear, whether it's the Batas 1 or Batas 2 or the Batas Sport ones, just everything that I do. It's critical, man. That's how I run my online store, my social media platform. It runs off of that. So that's our show for today, Artway. That's what I meant by Artway. But before we get up out of here, right, let's talk about some new products. I'm always talking about the products we got. First off is the phone cases, where I just showed y'all earlier. Custom phone case, we got them available for iPhones and Samsung Galaxies and Google Pixel. You know what I mean? So from all the way from iPhone 8 all the way to 14 plus, we've got those going right now. You know what I'm saying? Visit our online store, get your own custom. It's a Cardiac Assassin one, but you get them in Blade, Iron Man, Batman, Wonder Woman, Turtles, Voltron. Anything you see me drawn on my banner right here, I've got it available for phone cases. And you can definitely get it on you can definitely get different characters do that. To see more characters, go to our poster section and you can see more drawings that I don't have on this banner right here, because there's a lot of drawings on my website that I've drawn of characters that you love, and also characters from the Cardiac Assassin universe, from Cajun, Escalade, Gloss, Rasputin, Sun Tzu, Artillery, Kanji, Revo, you know what I mean? So anything the Cardiac Assassins. And then also too, glasses cases. A lot of people, glasses cases, man. I know I wear glasses when I'm not looking at y'all on this podcast. Glasses cases, man. This is a customized glasses case. Look at it. I want y'all to do a 360. Look at me. I'm going through the whole thing so you can see it, right? Glasses cases. But what's cool about our glasses cases, right, You take out the glasses so you actually believe it that I put glasses in there. Each one comes with its own custom cleaning cloth. Custom cleaning cloth, man. Look at this. Custom cleaning cloth. So I wipe my glasses. I put them jokers on. You know what I mean? How many glass cases you know come with their own custom cleaning cloth? Yeah, the cleaning cloths are sick, man. Microfiber, man. It doesn't scratch your glasses. So not only do I got you a pair of glasses cases, but I got cleaning cloth with it too. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing here at Sanusi Vision. So, check that out. Anything we got, sanusivision.com, man. Sanusivision.com. SANUSI Vision.com, y'all. So, y'all, that's our show for today. But before we get up out of here, we got to thank these sponsors. This Sanusi Vision podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting. Growing good business anywhere and everywhere. Let A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. And this podcast also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadaleCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadaleCenter.com for details, y'all. And also, too, as I always stated, can't forget this. The first official Cardiac Science comic book is coming. It's a monster. I am so proud of it. But before the book comes out, you want to go get you a copy of this bio book. Cardiac Assassin's bio book. It's what tells you about the intro to the characters, their profiles, where they're from, their background story. So when you're reading the bio, reading the official first official Cardiac Assassin comic book, you're not surprised by anything. You're surprised, but you understand each character, right? Which is the main thing. And this book is a great read. So many copies. Let's let you flip through real quick. As you can see, the heroes, the Carjacks right there. Got Cajun on the right there. And then, of course, you got the villains, the assassins. They got Lord Sun Tzu right there. You know what I mean? So get your copy today on sanusivision.com, man. It's the first thing you'll see on the website. So, y'all, I want to thank you for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Agboke Jr. Please check out our website at sanusivision.com for all the cool stuff we got. Beanies, bomber jackets, t-shirts, phone cases, glasses cases, you know what I mean? We got all kinds of cool stuff. Sweatpants, leggings for the ladies, you know what I mean? So, and please subscribe to our podcast at YouTube at Sanusi Vision. So our podcast is now on YouTube strictly. All you got to type in is Sanusi Vision and you'll be able to see our podcast. The episode is always listed. You will see the episodes. They're very cool. We got visual. People love to hear and see. So, that's why we have to switch over to YouTube, man. It's just where it is. You always got to go where the future is going, you know what I mean? And don't lie to yourself. And please check out our social media platforms at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all at Sanusi Vision. I've stressed it before and I said it in this episode. You got to have your social media game up as an artist. And I got mine up. My YouTube channel, my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter. The main three for me as far as I'm concerned is YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Those are the big gamers, you know what I mean? You got to have your stuff going on there all the time, every time, all the time, you know what I mean? And please, don't forget to review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.